Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. There was a moment there where I almost stumbled on that and
But you got it, you nailed it.
I didn't have to call it out, but I did. I just want to let you know where I'm at right now.
No, I appreciate the framing of the previous statement. It puts it in a new light.
We're in the trial right now, trying to figure out who the culprit is that killed Sakura. So far, Hiro has come forward and admitted that he killed her, but through questioning, we discovered that he definitely didn't kill her.
We were like,
he just hit her
Hiro, sit back down.
Stop talking, please. You hit her with a bottle. Now it sounds like Toko was also at the scene of the crime, or at least the scene of where the crime had occurred, around the same time as Hiro. We're questioning her right now, and we have evidence to suggest that Toko was the one hiding in the locker, and then maybe was the one that smacked Sakura in the head with the other bottle. But we are going to find out about that momentarily.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Oh, I cut her off. Sorry.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
She's caving.
Oh no.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
So tell us what you were doing. I don't think you
she's
killed...
about to cave hard too.
Yeah, I don't think you killed her. Just you're pulling a hero here. Just tell us what happened.
But also...
It's my hand.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, Byakuya's like, do this. She's like, okay, yes, master, I did it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Yeah, Byakuya asked for it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Oh my god.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
The same thing happened.
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
Byakuya is doing the right thing now, though.
For once in his life, he's
once.
using his bad powers for pseudo good.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Okay.
I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
And you're like, uh-oh, no.
Well, that's awkward.
Y'all are idiots.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker.
I said this earlier, right? We don't have a Celeste level, like...
Yeah,
this is what we're dealing
we're
with
past,
here.
We're past that point
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
And put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Ah. Yeah. We had a little flipsies happen there.
Oh.
Yep. Her? You mean... Yep.
Oh, she just did it.
She just actively did it now.
Powerful. Wait,
Wow.
Toko, could you do that the whole time?
Wait, Toko? Toko?
Interesting.
That means you've... Does that mean you've aided and abetted in all the murders
Probably not.
that
Well, maybe all of them, who
Genocider
knows?
has committed? Or maybe some of them.
Guess who's back?
Hey!
Yo!
What up, girl?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Oh, wait, what?
Just answer. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually our memories.
Oh.
So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Oh.
Angry Sakura. Uh-oh.
She passes out.
Yeah.
So we're
I'm
like,
not prepared for that.
Oh.
hey, are you okay?
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
And well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible. No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
Also, Genocide thinks she accidentally killed her too.
Yeah.
Like,
that seems to be going around a bit here.
Yeah.
That's 3 in a row.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
damn, so she just came out and said it
Yeah.
that she's gonna
You
do
know-
that.
You know, I'm glad.
Woo.
I'm glad it's out in the air. I'm glad we understand that her long-term plan is to kill him.
Byakuya, yeah.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Damn.
God, these two are the
Can't catch
worst.
a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me.
Oh my god.
Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Yeah, she just got smacked upside the head with a big bottle, so she's probably like, whoa.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No,
Hina.
not quite yet.
Yeah.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Yeah, there's so much more evidence, y'all. It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Well, at least she's gonna keep talking, I guess.
Yeah, this is an interesting play by Byakuya because it is either slightly contradictory to his previous behavior in class trials, or it's a weird way to play it if he is the killer. Because usually he's a little bit... He likes proving he's smart, but he also doesn't like doing the heavy lifting during trials at all. So it's surprising that he just said that in such a way that it caught Naegi off guard, where Naigi's like, wait, what? Where's the problem? But if he's the killer, that's dumb because it looked like they were about to pin it on Genocider.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
So which makes me think that he's not the killer. Yeah, so it's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is still out there. I don't know.
Let's see.
Oh, Kyoko's examining
Okay,
someone's
2
body.
hits.
Status of Sakura's body and the yellow powder. Okay, we've used these before.
I was just sleeping peacefully.
Wait a sec, can you check
all of a sudden,
status of Sakura's body real quick?
Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she had
Traces
blood
of blood
coming
on
out
her
of her
mouth.
mouth.
That's what it's
Yeah.
gonna be. Yep.
Here's some blood from her mouth. Okay. Yeah, not from her head.
I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were
probably
taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
It's probably what the blood on
So
the
you
ground
smashed
was,
her
right?
head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up!
Over by the magazines.
I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Okay, yeah, it's this. It's
okay, it'll be
yeah.
that one. All right. Status Sakura's body. Yeah, because
So it's not the blood. Yeah, it's the sitting. It's
Yeah,
the sitting. That's
she was
the
sitting
thing.
in. Okay, then is that the right one to use? do we think?
Well, yeah, because I think the status of the body is that she was sitting in the chair and that she was bleeding.
That's
but
right.
She died in the chair, not over by the magazine.
Right.
You smashed her.
You got it! I smashed her!
And where did
The attack take place.
Right where I woke up!
Okay.
I killed her there in front of the show!
No, you didn't.
Wait, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
For a second, I thought you were saying that I was wrong in my selection.
We found
I just like
Sakura
Makoto.
sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Right.
So, you finally noticed.
Okay. We had no. Yeah. Okay.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Because of the blood by the magazines. That has to be it. The evidence that proves that there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf.
Is the blood by the
Is
magazine
blood by the
shelf.
magazines. Where is it?
Oh.
Magazine shelf
There.
bloodstain. Okay, there it is.
A gun!
Yeah.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
This one's weird. The progression of events is weird. At least with Toko and Hiro. Like, they just made it just weird. I don't know. Because their reactions were just like, ah! And to smack with a bottle.
I mean, I think, again, given the motive, I think they were both...
I mean, I guess they're justified a little bit, but not
It's also-
not justified for hitting Sakura. I mean, in thinking that they were threatened.
Yeah, I think the thing is that there was just a high... I mean, we pointed it out a couple times. People were afraid going into this.
Yeah.
Sakura was afraid of her situation causing harm to everyone else, and everyone else was afraid of Sakura.
Yeah.
So I think what's hard to tell is whether or not anybody would have actually tried to kill Sakura as an actual bid to escape. Because
Yeah.
clearly that's not what either of these were. It was just fear for their own lives.
Yeah.
Because they genuinely... And Monokuma said, hey, Sakura's gonna kill one of you.
Right.
She needs to fulfill that promise.
Yeah.
She's going to do this. So,
And so everyone was really keyed up for that.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah, it's a tricky one because I also imagine some of them might have been thinking, how am I gonna kill Sakura? Because we have to.
Right.
It's the only way
Because
forward.
she's gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah, or one of us.
So, given the circumstances, I think they just were afraid and
Mm-hmm.
lashed out. Also, it's Toko and Hiro specifically, and I don't
They're
know
not-
how much they were thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they
like-
were acting. They act on impulse very
Exactly.
much. So yeah.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors! There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
No.
But
I guess he's talking to Hina.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No, that's wrong.
No,
And while
you know that's
everything was
wrong.
all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the lockers because
It was already open.
locker. I
saw it for myself.
Yeah,
It's weird framing, but
that's
yeah.
a weird way
he
to
did,
put it.
He did see that
I
the door
got
was
it!
open.
Yeah.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
Oh,
Genocider, I'm so sorry.
sorry, we've been out of the loop on this.
Boy, is that wildly inconvenient. Can I
Yeah,
just say that
right.
they don't have each other's memories? What a disaster.
Oh,
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
yeah, that face.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
No.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
Yeah, we weren't looking at any of the clues at all, like what we were doing.
She was a little distracted, but also it would help if people would participate in the investigation.
Right.
If people just show a little interest.
I mean,
it's not like their lives are on the line or anything.
I mean, if she's still like an accessory or like assisted Sakura in this, then she was just playing dumb the whole time right now
and that's
as well.
Why she's trying to rush the
and she's
case
trying
through.
to rush it through. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at before. I was like, she's being very gung-ho and like wanting to move things along. I guess then her motivation is everyone else gets out, or no, everyone else dies, and then she gets out, and yeah, can figure out a way to help her, stop the mastermind in some way.
I mean, she also might just hate everyone else.
That's also
at
true.
This point.
She's just so done with everybody.
Yeah,
that's also very possible.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
Oh, Hina. Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... Alright, see what we got.
Bring it on. What are our bullets?
What bullets do we have? Yellow powder, Monokuma file number 4 in Aoi's account. What's Monokuma file number 4?
She threw up and stuff, but let's look at it real quick. Yeah. It's at the top.
Oh.
We've already passed it.
File number 4. The body was discovered in the rec room. There's evidence of strong blow to the victim's head.
It's the vomiting.
No other injuries, however, seems to have suffered violent vomiting. It could be that, or it could be the yellow powder.
Yep, both are equally possible.
Yeah.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
I feel like they're gonna say something like she suffered no other. Like there's no other sign.
Yeah.
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Yeah, can I get it?
So you're dead.
Huh? All right. It's at the end.
Yeah.
Second to last one.
Yep.
All right. I thought I could get it without slowing down.
You were close.
That killed Ogre. If it wasn't from Jin, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
Nope, that's wrong. Yeah.
According to the Monokuma
she wouldn't
file,
know, I guess, or
Sakura had vomited blood.
She should know.
Everyone has the Monokuma file.
Everyone has. Yeah, exactly.
So
I'll also say, while the game mechanics in this game can be pretty fiddly and annoying, and I super respect that, I do like the style of it. Like, we don't comment on it enough, but like, I really do enjoy the like. No, that's wrong. Shatter.
It is pretty stylish.
Yeah.
You're right. It is fiddly, and it's hard whenever it's always hard whenever you spend all this time doing the rest of the visual novel aspect of the game,
and then
you
you're
come
like,
back to this,
please progress,
and you're like, oh, I don't remember which buttons I need to push to do this.
It is overly complicated for the percentage of the time it takes up. I completely agree with that.
But it is stylish.
Yeah,
and it does.
It is designed to look good, maybe not to feel good, but to look good.
It does feel good when you get it right.
Yeah,
and as you get through it, so...
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Quite possible, Makoto.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
It's actually not a terrible... that's not how it's going to play out, but her biting her own tongue because she got hit by a bottle is an incredibly possible,
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is possible.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Yeah.
True.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Yes.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Oh, he's just gonna come out and say it. Cool, thank you.
He was in the room, and frankly, if he wasn't paying attention, I would have been very upset with him after he fought so hard to be in the room.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that we've gotten to this point, though.
Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Okay.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
I hate you two.
They're both so bad.
You're entertaining individually, but I really hate you two.
Impossible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Exactly.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
Just conveniently placed there.
I
in
mean,
this school.
you know.
Yeah.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Monokuma won't give them guns, but
True.
Monokuma will get pretty close to giving
Yeah.
them guns.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Why don't you tell now another tell him Makoto? Where
Please,
was it?
Please.
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive.
Section
A!
I got
Yeah.
it. The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You told him, Makoto.
Yep.
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
He didn't see. He's not being stupid in this
That's
instance.
fair. Yeah.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Oh? I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Huh? Master!
We were so shocked that what we were all seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
I hope you cleaned out that bottle. I'm gonna assume you cleaned out that bottle. I'm gonna assume you washed it properly and took all the necessary precautions.
Well, I thought he was implying that the poison was literally moved from...
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
was, but I'm
okay.
just imagining if the bottle contained poison,
Oh,
he dumped it
that
out and
person
just
who
replaced
did
it with protein.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he should have. I just hope
Double-checked.
that before he pulled that stunt, he was like, "I'm gonna just make sure there's no.
There's nothing on the edges here before I pop this in my
Yeah.
mouth. Yeah.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
Fine.
He's
You have to
fine.
drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
I mean, that's valid.
That's also true.
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Give it a little sniff. Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched the finger up to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
He did. He just knocked back a
Yeah.
whole bottle of protein powder. Are
He
you
did.
okay?
He did just knock back a whole
That's
bottle.
so
of protein.
gross.
Yeah, with no liquid or
Ugh.
anything. Dude, that's like trying to do the cinnamon challenge. Like,
exactly. Oh my god, he just spews it everywhere.
It's just a big cloud.
Oh my god.
Of protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Oh, this is interesting. So, the contents of the bottles were flipped, and then the bottles themselves were put in different sections. So, Potentially.
Well, we know the poison bottle ended up in the supplement bottle, and the supplement bottle ended up in the room.
The supplement... Right. Okay, yeah, the supplement
was
bottle was
on the
in
glass.
the room. It was sitting on the glass. And
But then there's also all the because that had yellow powder, so the yellow powder must be the protein. Because that was also all on the floor,
Right,
too.
exactly. So the yellow powder... Yeah. But somebody had gone in there and done all of that, because we saw the footprints in the powder. But why would they put the bottle... So, wait a minute. Why would they put the bottle of poison with the swapped protein powder in Section A?
I mean, I guess the question is, was it deliberate or not?
Yeah,
we
they
don't
could
know.
have just plopped it there. That's true.
Unclear.
Yeah. As of yet, yeah. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that, conversely, the poison must have been... Could it be? Yeah. Let's see what they give us. Oh,
Hangman.
Gavin. Oh, okay.
2 in one go.
Ooh, it's,
protein
drink. That one.
R.
T.
It went away.
Oh,
T.
there's another T. Sorry.
N.
N. Give me that N.
Shit. That D. What a rude
Fuck
D.
you, D. Get that one. Oh, shit.
It's
Nope.
okay.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
no.
You didn't break it.
Okay. Get that.
Yes. Yes.
N.
Woo.
And we got it. Okay. We're safe. We're okay. Woo!
The high intensity action you all are here for.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Mm-hmm.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Mm-hmm.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
That's a good point.
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene? Cup filled with water, monoclonal bottle,
A protein drink.
Yeah.
I got it!
Yeah.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Do you now?
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The footprints and the powder on the floor. The evidence that shows who switched them. It must be what we found in front of the shelf. Yeah, I think it's all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, probably. We found it pretty late.
It's
There it is.
source
Footprints
of
in the
protein
powder.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh.
Oh, wait, shit!
Yeah.
I picked the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Shoot!
That's fine. I lost half a heart.
It's okay. It's the one below that.
It's the one below it. Yeah.
Yes.
I just didn't go down all the way. Sorry.
Yep, you're good.
Oh, actually, I think I can go this way. Yeah, footprints. There we go.
I got it!
You made it back.
Sorry,
Footprints
Byakuya.
left behind
I like that he
in front
said,
of the
I see
shelf."
why you would think that.
Yeah,
That was a
I
funny
really hope that
response.
was a custom response for that, just so because honestly, that always bums me out when it's like,
no, you dumbass.
and you're like, no, it's look,
yeah,
you're gonna get there in a sentence.
yeah, like sorry, I'm like half a thought away from what
exactly.
It should be,
so
basically.
at least they acknowledge that.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Maybe some came back and put it back, like knocked it over, came to the cabinet and Or they did it then, and they just made a big fucking mess.
Making
What's
a
more,
series
the
of
footprints were in
who
front
could
of
possibly
Section
know
A.
faces.
Yes,
I found the
there were
bottle
lots of
next to the
eyebrows going
poison.
up and down.
Thank
So.
you. Thank you.
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Okay, so that's when he thinks it happened.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
Nope. Oh, you getting cut off?
It was me.
Yeah. There we go. This is interesting. Maybe, okay, if she actually killed her intentionally, then that's fuck. Okay, well, here we go. Here we go.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Or I'm having other thoughts. I'm gonna let this play out first.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are
Makoto
Makoto
and
and Hina.
yeah.
Yep.
I got it!
Leon there.
Yeah,
Me
wait,
and
what?
Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
That's why he was asking for feet pics.
Oh, yeah. I recall now.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Makoto, are they yours?
No.
Okay. Then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
All right. Yeah.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
True.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Oh, fuck.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
Fuck.
Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink.
Oh, Hina.
But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
You don't understand, Byakuya. Kyoko had a revelation about friendship because
Yeah.
of alter ego right before
Exactly.
this. She learned what friendship meant,
And
and now she believes.
You have not learned what friendship is this entire time.
No, he's not even a little bit.
You wouldn't understand.
He hasn't taken any steps towards friendship.
But really, you wouldn't understand, bro.
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
No, I'm still on my theory.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
But according to your why would...
But
if,
why
if
would
your
it be
theory
swapped?
is correct, why would Aoi be doing what she's doing right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true because I feel like the theory's only half holding now.
That wasn't
Yeah.
that was not a rhetorical question. That was like I think that's the question right now.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
like
If she did assist her in this, why is she doing this right now?
Yeah.
Why is she saying that she killed her? Yeah.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Exactly. That's so true.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
I mean, unless she had it and then Sakura could have drank it, it was a delayed response. You know, it took time for the poison to affect her. Then Sakura locked the room. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, interesting.
Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
It's also true. Yeah.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
This got weird.
Listen, Hina.
This got really
Could
weird.
you go into a bit more detail?
Whoa.
Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come?
I
that
love
doesn't
this-
matter.
I love this case just because of how much it relies on, like, because we pointed it out at the beginning. It's all witness testimony, and it's all weird witness testimony.
Yeah.
Because so far, don't get me wrong, people are lying, but, like, a lot of stuff we're uncovering are interesting truths.
Yes.
Which then rattle everything else around them, which is really cool.
That's
like,
really true.
Yeah, I think this case, the way, because you mentioned it's weird how this case unfolds, but I also kind of really like it because, like, you keep on feeling confident and then the ground shifts beneath you.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Okay.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison, then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
But the footprints are only on the one side.
And
yeah.
and out of the opposite diagonal.
Yeah. So unless she just walked around it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if that's true. Yeah. Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out.
Yeah,
Until I can. Yeah, Byakuya.
I know you've got a bone to gnaw in here, but
Yeah.
like, stop being an idiot.
Right. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Yeah, I feel like unless he's either the killer or he's just being really dumb. Like, and just not. I don't know. Yeah, that seems a little uncharacteristic of Byakuya.
Yeah, he seems to be. If he's not the killer, it seems like he'd probably argue that what he's doing. I think he's come to the conclusion that nobody else could have done it.
Yeah.
I think that's where everybody's getting tripped up here. Mm-hmm. Because if it wasn't Aoi,
then
what does that mean?
Yeah. Right. That's true. Yeah, I guess that's fair. So he's going by essentially like process of elimination. Like, all right, well, it's not anyone else here, so.
It's also pretty clear that he either decided it was Aoi before the class trial started, or he picked Aoi as his target before the class trial happened. And in either case, like, everything he's done so far has been directed towards her.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Make your argument. Okay, footprints in the powder, chem lab shelf, source of the powder. Source of the powder or footprints in the powder, either one I feel like of
Yeah, I feel like
those.
it's
First
probably
I
going to
went
be
to section
footprints.
C.
Yeah.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C
Yeah, it's this one.
to section A.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh.
where I switched the powder.
Really? I'm gonna
Once I
listen
was
to it
done
all though, and
switching
see if
that's
there's
fair.
anything else.
I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A.
Okay.
Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
Okay, it's
Honestly,
definitely.
that's enough.
Yeah.
How much longer must we tolerate this?
How much longer must we tolerate this?
How much longer?
First, I went to
I
section
love that they
F
just
when I
give that
grabbed the
to us.
poison.
They're like,
Yeah.
here, take this
And you
fast-forwarded
spilled some of the
nonsense.
powder on the ground in front of the...
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle,
Okay, and then?
Okay, and it should be
I
this
moved
one.
from
Here we go.
section C
To section...
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
There we go. Cool.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Unless you did a big old circle. Yeah.
You said you went to get the poison from section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A.
See, I think Sakura had already done the switch and told Aoi to go get it. That's what I'm thinking now. And there was already a spill, so she just walked into the room, went to section A and grabbed it and came back.
That
I don't know.
contradicts what you just said.
But why would she why would they be swapped? Okay. Put a pin in that one. for
I'm
now.
again making doubtful but listening and considerate
It's fine.
faces
You know-
and gestures, so that you know that I am listening and appreciate your theories, but don't want to contribute too much at this stage.
It is okay. I totally understand. You don't even need to do that. We can just move along.
No,
and I can just say shit.
I really like hearing your theories as
Cool.
we go through this. We're getting a little close to it, so I'm trying to be a little
so
bit quieter.
close. That's fair.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left the footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
What the?
You made a fool out of me.
I know,
Hina.
how dare you make me look like a fool in
Yeah.
front of all of my friends?
Well,
I mean,
What?
not my friends.
They're not.
They're
friends.
not. I don't.
My classmates.
They're not my peers because they are below me, but
Yeah, my cellmates. I don't know. What
my
you would call
eventual
them.
victims.
Yeah,
How
sure.
dare you?
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, Your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well, you see...
Hina!
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the
my
footprints
God.
aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Yeah, Byakuya.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence?
Interesting. What's up here,
Evidence?
Gary?
Impossible. There can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Excuse me?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's a good call.
Did?
Yeah, do it, Kyoko.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
What?
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
I love this. Let them fight.
What? Yes, right? Let them fight.
This is great.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I like that he's flustered now. Yeah, fuck you, Byakuya.
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass? Whoa, wait.
Glad you didn't drink that.
Yeah, right? Wait, okay, there's a piece of glass in the poison bottle. It looks like it's the glass that matches that was on the ground underneath the protein shake in the room.
I thought that was brown glass.
Oh, I thought it was white. I thought it was clear glass like this.
It might have been. Well, we can look at.
Well.
Do you want to bring up the picture? Actually, we can do that.
Can I do that from here?
Yeah.
Truth bullets. I think it's down here.
It's source of the powder.
Source of the powder?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
see,
that's
it's brown glass.
Well, I was thinking of where is it? This.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I misunderstood. I thought you meant there's actually 3 different instances of glass on floor.
That's
in this
true.
case.
There's a lot of broken
Yeah,
glass.
sorry, I misunderstood. You're right. It does look like
It
that.
looks like this.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle,
Interesting.
and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
What is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain?
Yeah! Why didn't you tell him, Makoto?
I woke up Penny.
This is the peak of the video game. It can't get better than this.
This is so good. Oh, sorry, honey. I didn't mean to wake you up.
Oh my god. What a pleasure. What a treat.
So I got to see it happen.
I know, we got to see it live.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Okay,
All
baby
right.
boy, we'll give you a little explanation.
The shard. Okay, baby boy.
He's throwing a little tantrum,
He
that's all.
sure is, and it's making him look suspicious too. The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember it now. I broke something this same shade of blue.
You were right.
The rec room window.
Very good call.
Yep. Right,
It's
and one of the
part
pieces
of the
was
window
blocked
from
out,
the
right?
room door, right?
We broke one, but then another part of the door was...
No, that was the one we broke.
That was the one we broke. Okay.
Only one pane of glass in the rec room window broke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
It's real weird.
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, it should have, wait a minute.
It should have been,
It should have been in section C because that's where she got it.
but no, but Sakura was already dead by then, which means it should have already been moved to section A.
Right. Yeah, so then it would have been in section A. Is that right? Not the rec room locker. Yeah, it's section A
Yeah.
then.
I got it!
Yeah.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
Oh boy.
Which means it's nowhere close to the broken glass, which only happened after Sakura died.
Fuck. Shit. Right.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked.
Wait a minute. So the poison was in there after we had gone into the room when we had broken in.
Basically, after we broke into the room, it must have teleported from the rec room to the chem lab.
Okay. Which, implying that somebody put it there.
Which sort of matches up with our theory really early on that the protein powder was placed after the fact too, because it was on top of the broken glass, not under it.
Right.
It only could have ended up there.
Exactly.
Somebody
We even
put
said
it
that
after
even.
the fact.
Yeah, because it was there. Yeah.
So it looks like the crime scene has been tampered with. Like, long story short, that seems to be what we're addressing here. Is after the locked room was already opened, the crime scene
was messed
did a bunch
with.
of bits. Yeah.
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
The protein can we found. Yeah.
That's what you
had to
just
be
said.
after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Right.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
So it's okay, Byakuya. I'm feeling it too.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
You weren't paying attention, weren't you?
Attention.
Actually, also he was late too. No,
We
it was
already
already
know
there.
she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
Hey, Byakuya.
You're right. We do need to explain that.
Can I suggest something? Maybe if you participated in group activities with your friends, like investigating murders,
You wouldn't be
rather than doing it.
confused.
Yeah, you wouldn't be confused.
Yeah. If you actually did the investigation.
Exactly. Instead of wandering off on your own because you're too smart. Maybe if you talked with your friends and communicated.
Instead of just finding some footprints and going, oh, I know that Hina wears sneakers. It's her.
You know what's miraculous, Byakuya? We have all these things called truth bullets.
Yeah.
We have lots of them. And you know how we get them? Is by talking with our friends.
It's by investigating.
Yeah.
And these truth bullets are what we also like to call evidence.
It's brilliant.
And we have
if
a
you
lot
gathered
of them.
more than one, it would be great.
Right.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Yes.
Yes? No? I don't know.
I mean, it's not a loaded question.
Just answer to the best of your ability.
I'm also trying to remember what if we saw the protein can after we broke the window open.
We didn't.
I didn't think so.
We didn't
It wasn't
see it
until we started investigating.
Yeah, until it was like, investigation start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only then when we saw
you know
it.
what's interesting is that Hina came in after us. Like, we broke.
There's a CG, actually.
You see her in the doorway. Yeah, that's really true. Yep. And
Bigger
maybe she
guns.
just, like, drops it right then. And it's all a setup. I still think they did it together. And that Hina was trying to, like, help her set it up in some way. I don't know. All right, let's see. Let's keep going.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Yeah, the way you said that.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Yep.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you
He's
know
so
what
pissed.
I don't know?
I love this. This is fun.
I love seeing him squirm. It's just so wonderful.
What a delight.
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence.
There's
Proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. I like how Makoto's even like, there's evidence!
Yeah! It's like if you do the work and you put in the time.
It's the empty protein
yes.
drink. And it's probably going to be like broken glass.
Yes.
When it comes to that protein can, there's
Yes.
not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Yeah.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No.
Yep.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Great.
Oh, this might be a
It
poll.
had to be. It was in there before.
Before the rec room was unlocked.
No, that's wrong.
Wrong.
Thanks for making it easy
I don't
for
think
us.
he's the killer. I think he's just pissed off that he's wrong.
Remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room,
Like-
right?
He's like, am I fallible?
Yeah, right?
Wait a sec.
It's
Is
gonna,
this what it feels like to make an error?
it's gonna throw his whole world upside
I've
down.
never done this before. Except for
Of
all the
course.
times I've
It
made
Yeah,
is
he's
errors.
done
the
it.
window you broke to get in. What about it?
That line!
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
Yeah.
We also found pieces underneath the can.
Yeah, that was like the first thing we pointed out
Yeah.
too, being like, that's weird.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Exactly.
I see. So that's your explanation.
Yeah.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can.
So, okay. So swapsies is what happened, basically. Is that when the room was locked, the bottle of poison was in there, implying that's what Sakura drank, was right from the bottle of poison, which got the shard in it. When I guess the door broke. So that means that Hina, I'm assuming, or somebody, basically took the cans, swapped them, and then while they were also doing the swap, decided to put poison in the can, or make it seem like there was poison in the protein can, and put the protein in the poison can to
Make it,
muddle it up.
to make it look like there was a double swap.
Yeah, exactly.
But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
So there was a swap that happened, but not in the way that we think. Yeah.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Exactly.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
She locked it from the inside, is the thing. So,
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction as...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
No, actually, like, all joking aside, I actually think this has been a like, existentially world-shaking revelation for Byakuya. Because if what this says is true, because he even earlier said his thesis statement for the world, the entire world, is nobody would ever, under any circumstances, sacrifice themselves for somebody else.
Yep. But he has no reason to think that, because that's all his worldview is that it's always it's so individualistic.
Well, and it's worth noting, like, as funny as it was to see him panic that hard, I think he was panicking that hard. Because this fundamentally does not mesh with what he knows of people.
Right.
Period.
Right.
End of story.
To see someone who has altruistically decided to end themselves because they recognize that they're the problem in order to help everybody else, that makes zero sense to him.
It kind of retroactively explains his entire mindset in all of this, because if he was under the impression that it is impossible, that no human in the world would ever prioritize someone else over themselves. Of course he doesn't trust anyone. But he's making his own... He's going against his own motto.
Yeah.
The other people's perspectives are not your own. Never assume that you understand other people's worldviews. He's a child. He never got it.
You're absolutely
He just
right.
never got it.
He's a sheltered kid
Yeah.
that never got to, like, you know, like you said, never got to understand this. Or
Sheltered. I'll say
not
there's a little more
sheltered,
to
but,
it.
you know,
but
I guess groomed?
yeah.
Yeah.
Groomed is a great word. And
Groomed.
actually, I think that, look, holy shit.
Yeah.
He's like backing himself up and being like, hey, can you please explain this to me? I think I just realized I'm wrong.
Yeah.
About
something major.
Maybe
about
a lot
people.
of things. Maybe
Like,
about everything. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
And that's a big old...
huge.
That's interesting.
And I keep thinking about what Kyoko had said, like, about his disdain for people and relationships and friendships. She's like, that's gonna come back to bite you, and it's gonna bite back hard. And it's funny that it's happening... He's making it happen to himself in a weird way, you know?
Well, maybe it's good, because I think Kyoko thought it was going to bite back hard and that he was going to get killed by somebody.
That's what I thought.
So it's good that if the way it bites back hard is that he has a existential crisis in the middle of a class trial.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I'm all for that. That
Yeah.
seems like best case scenario. But I wanted to acknowledge what's actually happening here, because as much fun as I was having in mocking him, because it's a delight.
Yes.
What a wonderful train
Oh my
wreck.
God.
I do think it's actually pretty cool writing of what's actually going on under the surface.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
very, very good. And I'm about to do a really, really rude thing because I just looked at the clock, but
Yeah,
I
I
think we are going to have to hear next time how this is going.
I think
like,
that's
what
a plan.
happened.
It feels like we're getting pretty dang close to a comic book.
Yeah, I think so. I have a feeling maybe next episode we'll have to assemble a comic book and actually see what happened, because it feels like we're nearing the end of this trial with Byakuya's mind in pieces. But it's for the best, Byakuya!
Hopefully this will benefit you in the long run.
I hope so, because, I don't know. Yeah, you need to learn people. So
my final comment is on how much fun Kyoko's been having in this trial, because it's actually a delight. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a miserable time for her to be having this much fun, but she's also clearly having a lot of fun.
She's really into this, and I think she's into it too because it's also proving Byakuya like terribly wrong as well. And she and Byakuya have been going at each other, and they're going at each other in this too. So this is just an opportunity. This is a great opportunity for her to be like, "Come on, man! I'm gonna knock you down a peg, and we're gonna use this situation to do that." And that's kind of the read I'm getting from her on this too, along with like she likes solving mysteries. So
yeah, and I also think she's like solving mysteries the whole time, but having somebody in her corner after that whole weird spat that she had with Makoto, seems like she is letting herself loosen up a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway,
definitely see that.
Next time we will finish this case.
Yes, that sounds good.
See you then.
Bye.
Thank you.